Hello and welcome back to Brainax Academy. So in today's video, we're going to be working with differentiation. A lot of students have asked about this, so I'm working with this successfully. Now we're going to be using charm past questions so we can understand it easily from the onset. So I believe you're ready to get started. And if yes, let's proceed. So this is going to be with charm past questions. All right, so you focus mainly on the questions and work with that. The first question we have on our list is 6x cubed, plus 2x raised power minus 2 minus x raised power minus 3. All right, so I believe you can see this clearly. If you can't see it, still let me know so I know how to work on it. So if this is the first question, how do you differentiate? Now, it's very, very close to your exam, so we won't be wasting time on this. Before proceed, if you're new to this channel and you don't know what's going on, this is Brainax Academy. We organize jam classes every single year. But this year, we are making sure that everything is virtual so you can understand it clearly. So basically, being virtual, we need your support by subscribing to our community. So do hit on the subscribe button. So 6x cube, how do you differentiate? Remember the rule for differentiation. You always have dy dx, alright? You have any x n minus 1. Never forget this rule. This rule will guide you throughout everything you do when you are dealing with differentiation. So as long as you remember this rule, you can successfully work with your differentiation correctly. Alright, so since we understand this rule, let's proceed to the next stage. Now, going back to our question, alright, this is our question 6x cubed plus 2x raised power minus 2 minus x raised power minus 3. So we're going to find dy dx. Finding dy dx of this function. So to find dy dx of this function, since we don't understand formula dy dx equal to any x n raised power minus 1, we use the 3, alright, 3 over here, times it by the 6, alright, 3 times it by the 6, then we have x, 3, then minus 1. So very easy, let's do this quickly. So you see 3 times 6, x raised power 3 minus 1. That's from the n, which is the 3, a, which is 6, x, which is x, and minus 1. You just have to put that formula in your head, because that's what you repeat for everything. Plus, when you're dealing with addition, minus 2 is comes to your n, times your a, which is your 2, alright, times your x, times your n, raised power, then minus 1, alright. Again, this minus will be here, then you have your minus 3 coming in, times your x, minus 3, minus 1. So you multiply this out, this give you 18x raised power 2. You have plus minus 2 times minus 2. This plus will be here, put this in brackets. Minus 2 times 2. Alright, this give you minus 4x raised power minus 3. Minus, open bracket, this minus 3 times x is minus 3x raised power minus 4. I believe we should be on track with this. Now, if you've understood how we got to this aspect, now we are simply working with simple steps in getting our answers. Just following the rule as mentioned earlier, dy dx, nax, and minus 1. Never forget this rule at all. Never forget that rule. So when you're done with that aspect, you go to the next step. So we have x, 18x squared, alright, minus 4x raised power minus 3 plus 3x raised power minus 4. And we can check our options clearly. You see that this option C for exam past questions. You can clearly see this is how you do this. So let's check out another question to see how we can understand this better. Alright, so let's check out this question, second question, alright, on this same addition, subtraction with differentiation, so I can understand it better, okay? Y is equal to 8x cubed minus, alright, 3x squared plus 7x minus 1. This is what we're working with. We're going to find dy dx. We're finding dy dx. That is by differentiating. When you say find dy dx, we're differentiating. So to find this, we're going to have dy dx is equal to, this will give, using the formula, remember NaX, so please don't forget this, n minus 1, we're going to utilize it here. So we have 3, these are n, 8, which are a, x, which are x. So 3 times 8, write that out again, 3 times 8, x raised to power 3 minus 1. Alright, so let me bring it down so I can see it clearly. So bringing it down here, we have 3 times 8, x raised to power 3 minus 1, minus, we have 2 here, so we have 2 times 3, x raised to power 2 minus 1, plus 7x raised to power 1, so that is 1 times 7, x raised to power 1 minus 1. And differentiation of a constant is 0. So take note of that. When you differentiate a constant, differentiation of a constant is 0. Please don't forget that. So with that aspect taken care of, we come back here and get our answer as 24. X raised to power 2 minus 6x raised to power 1 raised into 6x plus 7. Is that going to be x? No, because 7x raised to power 0 is x raised to power 0, which is 7x raised to power 0, where we have x raised to power 0, and x raised to power 0 is 1. So leave it as that, minus 0 is the same thing. So in your exam situation, you don't waste time. From getting this, go straight to your options and see your answer is D. That is very, very basic, working with this kind of questions. Let me give you one last example. Alright, so I will use that to make sure that I understand all these concepts clearly. But let me give you from another phase of differentiation. Let's work with something different, shall we? Alright, but let's still work on this. Let me give one last example on differentiation, still on addition and subtraction. So now we have completed this phase, and in the next video, we're going to another phase of differentiation. So let's proceed. Now, final example with this set of differentiation, we'll be having 2x cubed plus 4x squared minus 7x plus 11. We are finding the square y, right, all over the x squared. Now, this is not difficult. This is just telling you to find higher derivative, right? So it's telling you higher derivative. So you don't need to panic. You just need to differentiate twice. Anyway, you see the square y. Some questions tell you d cube. Let's differentiate 3 times. Some questions tell you d raised to power 4y. Differentiate 4 times, just like that. So let's proceed with this and see our answer here. Now solution. Alright, we have 2x cubed, plus 4x squared minus 7x plus 11. So since we have this here, how are we going to solve? Using the same formula, NaX n minus 1. So come here straight up, divide the x. This gives us 6x squared plus 8x minus 7. Now, this is for dy dx. Do you know why we now add this plus 11? Because it's constant. So this is sentence plus 0. And we don't really need it. Alright, differentiation of a constant, like I said earlier, is 0. We are still here understanding this concept, because start subscribing and liking this video. Alright, so this is 6x squared plus 8x minus 7. Now, to find the square y dx squared, you can basically go straight up to 12x plus 8, and it's going to be a final answer. Now, some of you are asking, how did I do this so fast? I simply differentiated this function. You don't go to the beginning again, differentiate this, and then proceed from here. So this gives me 12x plus 8. Now, 2 times 6, 12x, 2 minus 1, x is for 1, plus 1 times 8, 8x, 1 minus 1, x plus 0, which is 1. So this we just got this as our final answer. So this is basically what you need to know about addition and subtraction in differentiation. So this is basic. All right, so more questions will be coming up, and I'll be teaching you more with more questions as time goes on. We have math tutorials, physics tutorials, biology tutorials, chemistry tutorials, undergraduate tutorials, and the likes all coming up on this YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed, you'll be missing out a lot. So do what to hit on that subscribe button and share this video with your classmates, all right, or your jambites, or people that are writing WAEC or whatever exam you're writing all over the world. You will need this to help you out, okay? See you in the next one. A video will be shown you on screen in the next 10 seconds. Click on it and learn more about the concepts you're learning in school. Here you go.